How are we all doing? Today I'm reviewing Barrage Battle. It's a two-player card game about player elimination. It's pretty great. I really enjoyed it. So I'm going to go ahead and just preface this with I've already set it up and I made the board smaller than it's supposed to be. Usually it has two more flaps, the back side and the front side, but I'm only using them center. So it's actually a lot longer than this. There's also 3 boards to the game. I'm only using 2. I only have so much to work with, and that is why. Alright. So each player has already allocated their first 3 starting cards, which is going to be a castle, a king, and a wizard. I want to go ahead and say that I put the castle in front of the king because the castle protects from any ranged attack. It's pretty great. As long as you have a wizard in the field, you can use your magic. And each player will start with 10 cards, so I've already gotten 10 cards here for both players. And I'll start with player 1. First round, this side. Being it's the first turn, so they only get so many options in order to balance the game out. So they'll start with 3 coins and be given an opportunity to have a movement. So player 1 is going to move his wizard over. How does movement work? Each card has health and price, movement and where they can move, and the attack and range. So the wizard can move once in any direction, diagonal, straight, sideways. So he's going to move sideways once. Player 2 goes, they're going to be peaceful. They're going to go ahead and grab their 5 coins. And keep in mind, every round you get to take a mana. They have to skip their action turn, but they can move. He's not going to move. He wants to get more characters on the field. Understandable. I should have done that too, but I'm not good at games, as I've stated plenty of times before. So let's start the round. Player 1 has an opportunity to do whatever they want. So they're going to start with their declaration phase. Peaceful, diplomacy, or war. Depending on what you choose, you will either get 5 coins, 3 coins, or 0 coins, respectively. Or in reverse order, starting with war, diplomacy, and peace, you're getting 5 actions, 3 actions, or 0 actions to take on your turn. So I'm doing peaceful. I'm going to go ahead and grab myself 5 coins, plus my mana. I have a lot of coins. I can buy something now. I can buy more characters or walls or maybe some magic. Let's look at my hand. I have cards like archers, dames, knights, javelin throwers, soldiers, but no walls, no magic. That's fine. I'm going to go ahead and buy javelineers because from what I've noticed, they're really great. They have a huge movement, which is about 3, or if they move 2 in any direction that isn't diagonal, they have a great range. It's a dexterity. Using the 4-sided dice, you pretty much just toss it, and if it lands on a character, they die, regardless of whose team it is, so be careful. So I'm going to go ahead and get them on the field for 1 coin. And they have to be next to a structure. So the structure I have in the game is the castle. Player 2 is going to go, they're only going to take the diplomacy route because I think they want to start attacking. So they're going to go ahead and buy a card. They want to get their soldier on the game. They buy him for a coin. And they move him 2. So now he's right up next to my javelineer, and he can attack because he's in range. So what's great about this is I'm going to be rolling a 6, but I'm not rolling for damage. I'm actually rolling to see if he hits. He hits on a 4, 5, or 6. He got a 6. Javelineer with 1 life out of the game. So it looks like our soldiers are getting pretty close. What's player 1 going to do? Player 1 is probably going to go straight towards... Before I get to player 1, I'm going to go ahead and say that player 2 wanted to stop their action turn there. They could have taken 2 more actions. They could have moved 2 more times, but this is what they want to do. They want to hold their ground. So I'm going to collect my mana. I'm going to buy an archer and a javelineer for 2 coins that I put out there. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the battle with the archer. So I'm going to take my 4-sided dice, and I'm going to go for the soldier who has 2 life. So what I do is I toss it, and depending on what square it's in, not the card, but the square that the card's located in, will attack. So I hit him because I physically threw it at him. And since I hit him with just a 1, it'll be 2 times 1. But since he already has just 2 life, it's out. So I am protecting my side. So this is going to go on until somebody kills the king. So how do I feel about the game? I think the game is really fun. I do. I think it's a really fun 2-player elimination game. I don't play many of those, so I don't have much to compare it to, but as one of the first times I played Memoir 44, it's fun. I played Stratego when I was a kid. It was fun. But I enjoy it. I really do. The only gripe I have is just the characters don't have enough life in order to really use some of the other characters' abilities. For example, the archer is a 2 times D4. Most of the players in the game only have 1 or 2 life, so I wish there was an opportunity for me to use that more, and if it's not just a structure. However, I think it's cool. I think it's cool that they've incorporated dexterity and that they've incorporated the dice rolls in a certain way. I enjoy how they all have their own movements. It seems really balanced. Like, they've really play tested this to the point of perfection. I can't break it. I've been trying. For me specifically, I think it asks for a lot of room per table size, and I don't know. I mean, I guess it's not a big deal. It's just something I've noticed. The interaction's definitely there. I mean, this is honestly just a one-on-one thing, and you're constantly attacking your opponent, so if that's what you're looking for, that's always going to be there. What do I enjoy the most is the interaction with the dexterity. I really like that you're just throwing dice, and hey, I killed him. I killed the wizard. Just like that. It's really cool because there are times where I would be killing my own characters because we're all just jumbled up on one side of the board. Remember, this is a lot longer most of the time, so when you're throwing, you are potentially hitting anything. If you're a fan of Memoir 44, I wouldn't say it's exactly the same game, but it has a similar idea. And I think you will like it.